Good afternoon, Valley sports fans. I am your host, Silver Sturge, coming back at you with a fresh new content video. Forgive my absence. I've been taking a little bit of time to evaluate the situation down here in the Valley this week. There's been a lot of drama going down, and it has not been good. The Arizona Cardinals are the focal point of all this drama for the most part, and that's what I'm talking about for the most part. But before I get started, the reason I'm wearing a Coyotes jersey today, as you can see, I'm going to a Yotes game tonight, and I'm super excited about that. I will be going out to see the Coyotes take on the Vancouver Canucks tonight. It's my first time ever seeing the Nucks in person, and I like to go see different teams all the time, so this will be a kind of a fun new game for me. But the Yotes just got a big 4-1 victory over Columbus the other day on the road, so they got a little bit of momentum carried with them, and they're finally starting to get healthy. And I'm really excited to see them perform at home on ice for the first time this season, at least for me. And I'm looking forward to hopefully a big win tonight. So we'll see how that goes. The team's finally getting healthy, and yeah, I'm really pumped about it. So we'll see what happens. So, but anyway, we'll shift our focus now to the Arizona Cardinals. So, the Cardinals have been what's the word I'm looking for? Beyond trash this season. They are a dumpster fire. They are just the worst possible team that has graced the football field this season. They can't run the ball. They can't pass the ball. They can't defend the ball. What can they do? That's a great question, because many of the fans in the Valley are still trying to figure that out. There's really not much the Cardinals can do this season. They're bad, and I mean they're really bad. They're just shit. And part of that is due to the fact that the coaching staff has been horribly inept. They can't do anything right. Steve Wilkes, first-time head coach, is clearly over his head. He looks like a deer in the freaking headlights on the field out there. He's not doing anything correctly. His staff sucks. Offensive coordinator Mike McCoy has been a joke, and since week 2, fans have been calling for his head, myself included. He keeps taking David Johnson and running up the gut in zone. Like he's so unoriginal in his play calling, and it's horribly predictable. And David Johnson's been averaging like 1 or 2 yards a carry, or getting tackled for a loss of 3 or 4 yards. So we took one of the top running backs in the league, and now he's become irrelevant because of Mike McCoy, and it's been horrible. Like the whole team's a goddamn mess. It's I don't even know how to describe how frustrating it is. Like, as a Cardinals fan, I've been around some bad seasons, but this is the worst I've ever seen. And I know I haven't been a fan as long as some, because the Cardinals used to be in Chicago and St. Louis, but as long as I've been an Arizona Cardinals fan, it's the worst I've ever seen. And the team's 1-6, and they just got their asses handed to them last week on Thursday Night Football. They lost 45-10. And the team didn't even show up. It was pathetic. It was a joke. Mike McCoy finally did get fired, though, which was a plus. So that's somewhere to start with. So it's just been one thing after another. You know, we've had horrible coaching. We've had horrible execution on the players' part. But at the same time, I fault mainly the coaching staff, because they keep saying every week, and by they I mean Steve Wilkes, he's been saying it's poor execution. We got to find the way to get this thing turned in the right direction, and players aren't executing. Well, you know what, Wilkes? You can only play that card for so long before players start saying, why are you always holding us accountable? Wait, maybe it's not us, maybe it's you. And it's pissing players off, and I don't blame them, because he never takes responsibility, and he has to learn that as a rookie head coach, and I don't think he's going to, because he's proven that he can't function. He makes stupid decisions, stupid play calls. He got his offensive coordinator fired, rightfully so, because the guy's a joke. But he's like on crucial game on the line situations. He put the offense in Mike McCoy's hands and let him run it on 3rd and 2 instead of letting Rosen pass it, or on 3rd and 6. You know, it's one thing after another, and it's just been horrible. And he's supposed to be the head coach, and he doesn't know what the hell he's doing. And then we had a top 5 defense for the last 3 years under Bruce Arians. We ran a 3-4 scheme. He came in here saying he wanted to change to a 4-3, and because the players aren't able to learn his scheme, it's not working, and it's clearly not working, because we're 7 games in the season and we're 1-6. He's still trying to force his scheme and saying it's not the scheme, it's the players, basically. He didn't come out and say it that exact way, but he won't admit that it's his coaching. He just won't admit that it's his philosophy that isn't working on the field. He's benching superstars because they're not fitting his scheme. He has Deion Buchanan sitting on the bench. It's like, what the hell are you doing? So instead of trying to go with what works, he's trying to reinvent the wheel with his own brand, and it's been horrible and a complete, utter failure. So it's like, you're literally trying to fit a square peg into a round hole, Wilkes. Like, what are you doing? You know, a good coach adjusts. A good coach kind of tries to fit his play calling to adapt to the players at hand and put the players in successful situations. I'm sorry, I can't even talk. And you're not doing that. You're being a stubborn ass, and it's making you look like a damn fool. So it's no wonder we suck right now. You're an arrogant idiot. You don't know what you're doing. You are completely blinded by your own arrogance. The thing that you refuse to take responsibility and own up to the fact that your play styles aren't working to the players' needs. And now, on top of all that, we're not only 1-6. Our rookie quarterback almost got injured last week. Horribly, because you left him in with 2 minutes left in the game when we were already losing 45-10. There's no reason to have Josh Rosen under center, but yet you had him throw on 4th and 15. He gets rolled up on it and sprained his ankle, thanks to you. But now, on, what was it, today is Thursday. On Monday, we got reports from NFL Insider, very prominent known figure, Adam Schefter. He tweets, Patrick Peterson, Arizona Cardinals All-Pro Bowl corner, has now requested a trade out of Arizona. Use quote terms, desperately wants out of Arizona. So now, not only do we have a dumpster fire of a head coach ruining the season and horribly disappointing the fans, we now have an all-star cornerback who's also our team captain demanding a trade. So it's like, oh boy, as if things couldn't have gotten any worse. And people were now speculating and wondering, where did Schefter get this? Is this just a rumor? Oh my god, is this true? So then like there was a flurry of, now connecting where could Patrick Peterson land if the Cardinals needed to trade him. Could he go to the Saints? Could he go to the Eagles? Could he go to the Patriots? Who could use Patrick Peterson as, a commodity or asset to help them put them over the top to win a Super Bowl this year? So it's literally been a whirlwind of rumors, and then we had Bryant McFadden, NFL analyst and former player, come on the radio with Doug and Wolf 98.7 the other day and confirm, yes, I've been talking to Pat, and he definitely wants out of Arizona. He is not happy. He says it's nothing to do with the coaching staff, which I don't believe for a second. He says he has no problem with Wilkes. He just wants to win, and he doesn't like the direction the team is headed. So, it's like, okay, you're 1-6. Nothing's working. Your philosophy isn't working. You're being stubborn. And now, your all-star Pro Bowl corner, who is the basically core of your defense, now wants out of Arizona. What are you doing? Like, we need to get this sorted out. Like, what the hell? It's been a train wreck this season. And then you have former players bashing the league or bashing the team now. Like, you have John Brown in Baltimore now bashing the way he was treated in Arizona the last couple of years because he had a sickle cell trait issue. They couldn't stay healthy, and he says the Cardinals didn't put him in the best situations to succeed. And he's saying he was poorly treated, and now he's thriving in Baltimore. It's just been horrible. So we expected some kind of response out of Pat Peterson when these rumors were flying out the window. They were talking about it all throughout the week. Nothing on Pat's Twitter account. He wasn't saying anything. We just got inside sources saying he's requested a trade, and it's like, good lord. He's like, if this wasn't true, he would have spoke up about it on his Twitter and deconfirmed it, obviously, which he did not. He stayed quiet. And so we're all thinking and speculating, has Pat Peterson's time in Arizona come? Are his days numbered now in the Valley? And the trade deadline is next Tuesday, so people were scared out of their mind. Well, who can we trade him to? Who can we get decent return in for our investment? Because you don't just give away Patrick Peterson for beans. You need a good return on your investment. Because I mean, he's an elite corner, and players like him don't come around very often. So I would be heartbroken to lose him. I have a Patrick Peterson jersey. I wear it to games, and I really don't want to lose him. But if we're gonna get rid of him, you got to get something in return. So following that, yesterday, finally Pat broke the silence, and he stated on his Twitter, "I've been incredibly frustrated with how the season has gone, but my energy is 100% focused on being a part of the solution and helping us turn this around. I've never shied away from a challenge before, and I'm not starting now, excuse me. I have always given my all to the Cardinals organization, my teammates, and fans. That is what I intend to do for years to come. I am an Arizona Cardinal, and my focus is on this week's game." So what that tells me is he went to Michael Bidwell, the owner, and told him about everything that's bothering him. He finally did speak with the media yesterday following that statement, and they asked him why he demanded a trade, and he said, and I quote, "You see the record. I was frustrated. It came at a bad time." So he didn't deny it, so we know it happened. But now it's like, how are you going to fix this mess? So he went to Michael Bidwell, so now Bidwell is fully aware of what the issues are. But at the same time, you have to wonder now. Pat Peterson had a 30-minute conversation to the owner about what is making him unhappy. And you have to wonder, is Wilkes' head coaching job on the line? Is his job on the line? And is Steve Keim's job on the line? Because, a lot of players he loved, Savages, that they called themselves over the years, Tremont Williams is gone. Freaking Tyrann Mathieu's gone. Tony Jefferson's gone. It's just, and they're all succeeding in their other teams now that they play for, and Pat Peterson feels like he's all alone. He's being misused, and I don't blame him for wanting out. It's just horrible. Like I can't tell you how upsetting it is to know that a star player wants out of the Valley, especially one that's significant as Patrick Peterson, who is a team captain. But you got to get this shit figured out. You have to find a way to wreck the ship, or at least assure Patrick Peterson that we're going to find a way to get this better. And I think that's what Michael B. did. He bought himself some time so this offseason we can reevaluate the situation. I think he laid out a game plan of what he was going to do and what he's going to try to do. And I think he was like, Pat P., this is all speculation, of course. But I think he was like, Pat, if this doesn't get better, I will fulfill your request and we'll trade you next season. But give me a chance to make this right. We're just as frustrated as you are. I understand, and we're not going to settle for this kind of mediocrity. It's just not going to happen. So I am convinced that he backpedaled because, he talked to Michael B., and he's going to give him a chance now to kind of get this all figured out and straightened out. And I can assure you this, I think that we're going to be seeing a lot of personnel changes next season, and that's not just with the head coach. And that's all I'm going to say on the matter, because there's just too much that's been going wrong. And now that you have your star defensive player wanting to speak up in this way and be disgruntled, you have to find out. Like, it kind of throws up a red flare. Like, it's no longer just an annoyance. Like, this is a real problem, and you need to get it figured out fast. So, I don't expect this consistent. I wouldn't even say mediocrity. This consistent trash of a product that's been on the field every Sunday to continue for much longer, because Michael B. will not put up with it. He is not like his father. He wants to win. He's not interested in just trying to make money. He wants to put a winning product out on the field. He takes pride in owning the team, and he's tasted a Super Bowl appearance and an NFC champion. He wants to win a Super Bowl, and he's not going to let this fly. So. I just hope this gets figured out sooner rather than later, because I really don't want to lose Pat P. And by the sound of his responses to the press, this didn't get solved just because he talked to Michael Bidwell. Like, he's still upset, but he's willing to be quiet about it for right now, because he's going to sit back and wait and see what happens. So I think it's important that we get a win this Sunday against the 49ers. We have to show some kind of, positive, some kind of light at the end of this tunnel. We have to show some life in the team, you know what I'm saying? Like, we can't just bend over and just take it up the ass again like we did last Thursday against the Broncos. And that was embarrassing enough because it was on national television, and our Red Sea, as you say, was drowned out by orange, and it was pathetic, because I have tons of friends who are Broncos fans, and they crapped all over me about the thrashing that they gave the Cardinals last Thursday. And you could tell the players weren't even trying. Like, once they knew Mike McCoy's job was on the line, they just stopped playing. So now that Mike McCoy, our offensive coordinator, is gone, we at least get to see Byron Leftwich take over this week, and we'll see how the offense does under his tutelage. I know it's only been 1 week, but I expect to see some kind of changes, and I think we'll see more of a Bruce Arians style attack. At least from the running game, if nothing else. We'll be seeing David Johnson being running, up and down, not just straight up the gut, four plays in a row, or 3 plays in a row. So I expect to see some minor changes, hopefully enough to give the Cardinals a spark, and they'll play for a win on Sunday, because God knows we need it bad. So anyway, we're gonna be in wait and see mode, just like Pat, and we'll see what goes on. But I tell you, they better get this crap fixed quick, because I'm not gonna let players. Well, I shouldn't say I'm not gonna. I have no control. I'm just a fan. I don't think Michael B is gonna let players that he's worked so hard to groom and make into superstars drop like flies just because of one bad season. I don't see it happening, and I pray to God that we find a way to make Pat Peterson happy, so he reconsiders and doesn't want out. So, but yeah, that's that's the latest. It took a full 15 minutes to unwrap the crap that is the Arizona Cardinals in 2018. So. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to be having more content pushed out very quickly soon, because I have a little bit more time off from work that I'll be able to capitalize on my free time. And we'll try to get some more sports videos out. And anyway, yeah, so guys, make sure you stay tuned. I'm going to have more content up soon. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button at the very bottom of the screen if you haven't done so already. It goes a long way in supporting me, Silver Surge, improving my channel, providing quality entertainment, and bringing more energetic sports videos to you in the future. So yeah, tonight, go Coyotes. We're going to circle back to that real quick. Hope they win. I'm excited. Got a lot to look forward to tonight. Hopefully some positives to take away from that in a future video. But for now, I'll see you guys later. Have a good night. Take care. God bless.